Hi, my lovely community. Um, whether whether I've taught you or not, you're still part of my community if you're here, and that's beautiful. Um, I just received the news of basically what's going on with my eyes and why I haven't been able to teach for the last several months. Um, I have a very common situation for people who are neurodivergent. So I found out in June that I have autism, or that I am autistic. I have to keep changing that language. I am autistic. It is part of my identity and my brain structure. I am also an ADHD person. I have it in a hereditary capacity. Um, and I have binocular vision dysfunction. That's the eye stuff that can frequently come along with neurodivergence. So, my binocular vision dysfunction has become a source of intense pain. I get intense eye pain almost every day. Um, it's possibly where my headaches are coming from because the eye pain does grow and like become a headache. And so, even the miracle of getting an iron transfusion about a month ago has not been able to change the headaches that I get, especially when I'm doing something that requires me to shift from up close focus to bigger focus to up close focus again, or when I do one of those things too intensely. It's a complicated situation, but basically, driving myself to town for like medical appointments always causes me to have a headache. Also, drawing, sitting and looking at something up close for too long will give me a headache. Looking at the screen, especially for like Zoom calls where I'm tracking and I'm having to focus but also like track things. Basically, everything I love, everything I need to do, and everything that I love is contributing to me having this horrible pain and losing focus. Like, I can't read anymore without a lot of discomfort and pain in my head. So it's obviously been getting worse over the last like year. I don't know if you were tracking along with my social media posts, but my first emergency eye appointment was in April, after a few months of it getting like increasingly worse. So I've been having emergency eye appointments all summer, and that's what led me to this diagnosis. The problem is binocular vision dysfunction can often be resolved with a set of prism glasses. It's literally just put on a pair of glasses that will retrain your eyes and you're good to go. Mine isn't like that because I am a special little snowflake. My binocular vision dysfunction did not improve with the prism glasses when we tried them in the assessment. So, what is required for me is there's a single treatment option. There is no alternative. There is a single treatment option, which is that I have to go for weekly vision therapy for 10 to 20 weeks. And that's a probable timeline that we can't actually rely on. It could be 10 weeks, it could be 30, like we don't know. But I have to commit to 10 weeks and it has to be weekly. And the cost of this is at a baseline $2,200. And then if I need more than the 10 weeks, it goes up to $3,500. And so I, a person who is currently living on a credit card because EI ran out and I have no income because everything I do for income is something that causes me pain. I am racking up debt. Every one of my automatic payments is giving me overdraft right now. Basically, I'm behind on everything as of December payments, and I have no way of correcting my ability to earn income without harming my eyes. So I have to just put this treatment on another credit card and go and somehow somehow pay for my life as well for the next several months while I get this therapy. I'm truly at a loss. I'm truly at a loss here. So I'm actually recording this video for you because um, before all this happened, I had a bit of a safety net financially in like a line of credit that would have been possible to pay my rent from. It would have been possible to, I mean, not my rent, my mortgage. It would have been possible to pay things from my bank account with this line of credit. But I actually used that to hire an assistant because I could see that I was losing the capacity to do my business, and I really didn't want to lose my business because of a health issue. So I invested in an assistant who is going to be with me. He's prepaid is the other thing. I couldn't like stop paying him. It's already done and I can't get that money back. He's prepaid until April, which is great. So I'm trying to use him now to put the old class recordings onto my website to become like an evergreen product that people can purchase. And it's going to be super cheap because it's not the class that I wanted to present. I wanted to do like a pre-recorded version that's more intimate, but I have to just rely on what I already have because I can't create anything new at this moment. And the fact is, I've created a shit ton of amazing comics learning content that just hasn't been available unless you've been signed up for a class. People who have been in my classes know this. People who have wanted to take my classes, maybe this is what you've been waiting for. And I'm going to be leaning on Nero, my assistant, to try and make this thing happen. But I also really need your help because I need these classes to sell. I need this to spread. I need some way of getting this out into the world beyond my small but mighty community of people who already know. That was my dog. My dog just farted. Um, I need my small but mighty community to actually grow and to help me like get this beyond that limited group of people because we all only have so much money, time, interest. But there's so many people out there. Like really, I am battling and trying to actually stop battling and embrace and love the massive insecurity that I have around there not being enough for me to get what I need. And I don't want to be here as like a charity case. I've done GoFundMe's before. I've done crowdfunding before for things that were really important to my health, like this fucking house. Like crowdfunding was what helped me to get my house. But I really don't want to come back to my community just being like, give me money because I'm so desperate and I need the mutual aid. I mean, that's a beautiful thing to do, but I actually can earn it. Like I've worked my ass off for the last 2 years. I've taught so many classes that I have these recordings of. I don't want to ask anyone for charity. I want to spread my actual work such that I'm earning money from what I've put into the world. So I'm working on that in my mind. That's my like my sick project, which is funny. I know that so many people would be like, working on stuff while you're sick, that's impossible. You're sick. And I'm like, right, but I've lived in pain for most of my life. I know how to listen to my body in such a way that honors the pain, but also takes responsibility for the ways in which my emotions, my mind, my beliefs and my patterns are contributing to that pain. And I welcome it. Like I'm here doing the deep dives. I've had some fucking beautiful revelations about structures and patterns inside of me that I am ready to let go. And I've only been able to do that because I'm basically just in bed all day, where I literally am right now. I'm in bed all day, so I can do the hard emotional work. I can sit with my feelings and write things out. I can be in my body, do meditations, and then I can just fall asleep when I'm too tired because doing this emotional work is exhausting. And I think I'm only feeling safe to do it because I'm in my bed and that's a safe place for me. So I'm working my ass off over here, but I'm also resting my ass off, which is, how's she going to have an ass at the end of this? I don't know. I actually think it's going to be more glorious than ever. The point is, I have worked so hard. I now need my work to earn money and I need your help. And this is the only request of help that I'm willing to make to you. The rest of it is going to be marketing. The rest of it is going to be me saying, hey, this is a really valuable thing. Maybe you'd be interested. hey, this is a tidbit of the value. Does that resonate with you? Maybe you should buy the course. And I am trying to make peace with that. So I'm at least giving you this more intimate and clear understanding of exactly where I am for those of you who click, for those of you who see this in the email and go, I want to know what's going on with Georgia. Now you know. I'm so glad that you want to know, and that's why you're getting this information. Yeah, but I can't do any live teaching. So I'm going to be refocusing any bit of energy that I have that could go towards something beautiful. It's going to be happening asynchronously. And there's stuff I've got in mind. Like, I'm going to make the fucking podcast now. I'm going to make Drawing Health into a podcast. That's the plan. I don't have that going on just yet. I'm still in panic mode. Because money is, yeah, I'm still in panic mode. But that's what I want to be working on. And I want to be using the time I have with Nero to really help that like happen. So just a big thank you again and hug for you wherever you are, if hugs are your thing. Mind hug, if not. Yeah, thank you for still being here after months of me going through one of the worst health dips that I've had in years. Like, I haven't been this debilitated since my 20s. So yeah, it's been really hard, and it's been really hard to be away from teaching and from you and from drawing. Like, I started teaching because it serves me to be in that headspace, but it also connects me to people who I can actually enjoy and at a distance. The way that, like, you know, I don't necessarily find that everyone I meet in my day-to-day life, which is pretty hermiting, so I'm not really meeting very many people alone in my cabin in the woods. But in general, finding my people online and like through teaching has been so supportive for me that stepping away from that at a time when I really need support has been really fucking hard. So I'm glad you're here. I still want to connect with you. I just have these new limitations that I am going to have to pay for vision therapy to alleviate. So I'm clawing my way back to you. I am. I'm clawing my way back while also recognizing I'm not in control of this. I can only claw so much. And while I'm clawing at it, I'm also taking lots of breaks to just like be and rest. And that's the best way to get through this. So yeah, thanks again. This has been a much longer video than I intended.